Before you spend hundreds of dollars at a dealership, listen to this. Because your Ford might not actually be broken. Maybe the throttle feels slow, maybe the transmission is shifting a little rough, maybe your tire pressure light will not go away, maybe the windows stop doing one touch up and down after a battery change, or maybe your screen is freezing, Bluetooth keeps disconnecting, and the car just feels different than before. Most people see these problems and immediately think something expensive has failed. But here is the truth. Modern Ford cars are full of computers, sensors, and learned settings. And sometimes, those computers simply get confused. A weak battery, a battery replacement, an oil change, a wheel change, an alignment, or even normal driving can make your Ford forget how it is supposed to behave. And when that happens, the dealership may charge you just to reset something that you can often fix yourself. So in this video, I'll show you simple Ford reset and relearn tricks that can save you money, time, and stress. Some of these cost nothing, some take less than 1 minute, and one tool can save you from paying diagnostic fees again and again. Let's start with the tire pressure light. This is one of the most annoying warning lights in any Ford. You check all 4 tires, the pressure is correct, everything looks fine, but the light is still there. Now, most drivers think the sensor is bad, but that is not always true. Sometimes the TPM system simply needs to relearn the tires. This usually happens after changing wheels, rotating tires, replacing sensors, or adjusting pressure after a long time. On many Ford models, you can enter TPM's training mode by turning the ignition on without starting the engine and using the hazard button sequence. The horn will honk, and the car will ask you to train each tire one by one. But here is the small thing many people miss. If your Ford has a spare tire with a sensor, check that too. A low spare tire can keep the light on, even if all 4 main tires are perfect. So before you pay anyone to reprogram sensors, check the pressure properly and try the relearn first. Next is the oil life reset. This one is simple, but people still waste money on it. You change the oil, the engine has fresh oil, but the dashboard still says oil change required. That message does not mean the oil is bad. It only means the computer was not told that the oil was changed. On many Ford vehicles, you can reset it from the steering wheel controls. Go to Settings, then Vehicle, then Oil Life Reset, and hold OK until it shows 100%. On some older Ford models, you turn the key on without starting the engine, then hold the gas and brake pedals together until the reset message appears. That is it. No special repair, no expensive tool, no dealership visit. Just a simple reset. Now let's talk about the one-touch window problem. This usually happens after a battery disconnect or battery replacement. The window still moves, but the auto up or auto down feature stops working. A lot of people think the switch is bad. Some think the window motor is weak. Some even replace parts for no reason. But many times, the window just needs to relearn its top and bottom position. Turn the ignition on. Roll the window all the way down and keep holding the button for a few extra seconds. Then roll it all the way up. And again, keep holding for a few seconds after it reaches the top. After that, try the one-touch feature again. Most of the time it comes back. It feels like a mechanical problem, but it is really just a lost memory setting. Now let's move to the sync system. If your Ford screen freezes, Bluetooth keeps dropping, Apple CarPlay does not connect properly, or the backup camera takes too long to show, do not panic right away. Sometimes the system is not broken. It is just overloaded with old connections and settings. Go into Settings, then General, then Master Reset. The system will warn you because it will remove paired phones, saved addresses, and personal settings. Confirm it and let it finish. After that, pair your phone again like it is a new car. This can fix many screen and Bluetooth problems without replacing anything. Yes, it is a little annoying to set everything again, but it is still better than paying for a diagnostic visit for a software issue. Now here is one that many drivers do not know. The steering angle sensor reset. If your traction control light or stability control light comes on after an alignment, a pothole hit, or battery work, the steering angle sensor may have lost its center position. Park the car on level ground. Start the engine. Turn the steering wheel all the way left and hold it for a few seconds. Then turn it all the way right and hold again. Bring the wheel back to center, turn the car off, wait a little, and restart. If the light disappears, the sensor only needed to relearn the center point. If the light comes back, then yes, It may need a scan tool reset, but always try the free method first. Now let's talk about rough idle and slow throttle response. This is a common Ford problem, especially on cars that have been driven for years. The car starts fine, but the idle jumps up and down. The throttle feels lazy. The car hesitates when you press the gas lightly. One common reason is carbon buildup inside the throttle body. Over time, dirt and carbon collect around the throttle plate. That small buildup changes airflow, and the computer starts adjusting around it. Remove the intake hose and gently clean the throttle body using throttle body cleaner and a clean cloth. Do not spray directly on sensors. Do not use sharp tools. Do not force the throttle plate too hard. After cleaning, let the engine reach normal temperature, then let it idle with everything off. No AC, no blower, no radio. After a few minutes, turn the AC on and let it idle again. This helps the computer relearn idle control with a clean throttle body. A lot of drivers notice smoother idle and better response after this. Now, the battery monitoring system is very important. On modern Ford vehicles, when you install a new battery, the car does not always understand that the battery is new. The battery monitoring system keeps track of battery age and condition. If you replace the battery but do not reset the system, your Ford may continue charging the new battery like it is still the old weak battery. That can reduce battery life. So every time you install a new battery, make sure the BMS is reset. Some models have manual reset methods, but the best way is using a scanner that supports battery registration. This small step can save you from blaming a good battery for a problem caused by old stored data. Now let's talk about the basic battery disconnect reset. This is the reset people try when the car just feels strange. Maybe the idle is rough. Maybe the transmission feels confused. Maybe the throttle response feels off. Maybe there is no clear mechanical problem, but the car does not feel right. Disconnect the negative battery cable first. Leave it disconnected for around 30 minutes. Press the brake pedal a few times while the battery is disconnected to drain leftover power. Then reconnect the cable. Start the car with all accessories off. After that, drive normally for 20 to 30 miles. Use different conditions. Some city driving, some highway driving, some stops, some idle time. This gives the car a chance to relearn from a clean baseline. It will not fix a broken part, but it can fix bad learned behavior. Now let's move to the climate system. If one vent blows hot air and another blows cold air, or you hear clicking behind the dashboard, the blend door actuator may be out of calibration. That does not always mean the actuator is broken. Sometimes after low voltage or battery disconnect, the actuator forgets its correct position. Check your owner's manual for the HVAC fuse. With the ignition off, remove the fuse for about 1 minute. Then, install it again and turn the ignition on without starting the engine. You may hear the actuators moving. That is the system recalibrating. After that, slowly change the vent modes and temperature settings. If the airflow becomes normal again, you just avoided an unnecessary HVAC diagnosis. Now let's talk about transmission adaptive relearn. If your Ford automatic transmission shifts hard, delays between gears, or feels clunky at low speed, the transmission may not be damaged. With your foot on the brake, slowly move through the gears. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, then back again. Hold each gear for a few seconds. After that, drive gently for 15 to 20 minutes. Do not drive aggressively right away. Let the transmission relearn smoothly. This is especially useful after a battery disconnect, fluid change, or engine issue. If there is real internal damage, this will not magically repair it. But if the problem is adaptive learning, it can make the shifts feel much better. Now here is something every Ford owner should buy. A basic OBD-II scanner. When the check engine light comes on, do not guess. Plug in the scanner and read the code. But do not clear the code immediately. First, write it down or take a picture. That code is the clue. If you erase it without reading it, you lose important information. A basic scanner can show you what the car is complaining about before you pay anyone to tell you the same thing. After fixing the issue, you can clear the code and drive the car. If the light stays off, the repair worked. If it comes back, the problem is still active. This one tool can save you from unnecessary diagnostic fees. But a scanner is not only for check engine lights. Some scanners can also do service resets, oil life reset, battery registration, TPMS functions, throttle data, transmission temperature, and other basic service features. So if you buy one, do not buy the cheapest code reader only. Look for one that supports Ford service functions. That small difference matters. Now the biggest one is FORScan. If you own a Ford and you want deeper access, FORScan is one of the most useful tools you can learn. With the right OBD-II adapter, FORScan can access modules that a basic scanner cannot. It can help with battery monitoring resets, idle relearns, transmission adaptive resets, module information, and other Ford-specific service functions. But be careful. This does not mean you should randomly change settings. Do not play with things you do not understand. Use it for proper resets, relearns, and checking information. When used correctly, it gives you access to many functions that are usually handled at the dealership. And that is where the real savings begin. So before you assume your Ford needs an expensive repair, remember this. Modern cars are not only engines and metal parts anymore. They are computers on wheels. And sometimes, the problem is not a broken part. Sometimes it is old learned data. Sometimes it is a lost calibration. Sometimes the car simply needs to be reset and allowed to relearn. Start with the simple things first. Check the tires, reset the oil life, relearn the windows, clean the throttle body, reset the battery system, read the codes yourself. And if you plan to keep your Ford for a long time, get a basic scanner and learn how to use it safely. Because the more you understand your car, the less likely you are to pay for things you could have fixed in your own driveway. If this video helped you, comment which reset you would try first. And if you want more Ford tips that actually save money, make sure to watch the next video.